Hello, and a cold and welcome morning in Batscombe Quarry, and a big hello to my good friend Derek Burrows in Canada. Derek's on for a special treat today because I've done him a video, or I'm about to do a video, of my first run this morning. I'm just about being loaded up now by a Cat 352 rock excavator behind me, who's probably on about his sixth pass. I'm driving a Cat 740B dump truck, and we're going to start off up a big slope, and we're taking it from the slope up to the top and reverse tipping for the dozer. I've just had my signal from the driver, so we're ready to go, and here we go. So it's full power up the hill. Reaching the dizzy heights of 5 miles an hour so far. Straining like a bastard. Here we go. Here we go. We're in gear 1 at the moment. Here comes gear 2. That's gear 2. Go back into 1. Now 2. Now 3. Now 4. Now this is going to be interesting because we're going to be behind another dump truck who's on his way up to the crusher, and that's a rigid dump truck. It's an Hitachi dump truck, which is actually a rebadged Euclid, which is about a 100-ton dump truck, I believe, 100-ton in capacity, or maybe 85-ton, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, he's going to be a bit slow up the hill in front of me, and here he is on the right-hand side. Better that I find him by here than somewhere else on the trip, because it means we're not coming into conflict with each other with him coming the other way. There's actually 2 Hitachi dump trucks running in this quarry all day. So here we are. Up on the left hand side is the crusher house, and he'll be going to the crusher house, but we're going straight on round to my mate Dave, who's on the Caterpillar D6T, and there he goes. He's turning left. We're going flat out. We're doing 9 miles an hour now. Oh, we just pulled 4th gear. Here we go. It's a bit rough and bumpy, this little bit right here. We're pretty much on the level now, on the flat. So there's one nasty pothole up here which I'm desperate to avoid because it shakes everything onto the floor of the truck. Anyway, Derek, I hope you're enjoying this. It'll probably take me a little while to get it uploaded because I don't think the 4G signal is particularly strong in this area. That's the pothole on the left hand side, we just missed it. And here we go, coming round. Now, depending on where Dave is, I think I'm going to be reversing up a slope, spin it round, reverse it back up, tip off with Dave, and then back down to Darren on the other machine. So here we are. Okay, so yes, we'll spin round. Quite a tight turn. These dump trucks will turn within their own length anyway, pretty much, as long as you go far enough forward so you can let the back wheels find the edge. This might take 2 goes. I might be too far away from the bank. I think we're okay. Round in 1, that's good. And now we reverse up the slope. Now I'm having to concentrate here because it's pretty dark behind me, and I've got back with a good reversing camera and lights. We're going flat out up the hill now, backwards. 5 miles an hour. So up we go. Eventually I should see in the mirrors. Here he is, my mate Dave. It'll be light in about an hour's time. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock at the moment here. Just bear with me, I'm having to concentrate slightly to make sure we don't get anywhere near the bulldozer. Try and give him a good bit of clearance. So I see the front of his blade, I know where he is. And he will signal to me with a beat of the horn when it's time for me to be tipping. That seems to be it. Okay, so off we go. So, you'll hear a bump when it hits the top of the bump stops, that's it. She's empty. Coming down the hill again. Drop the body down. And here we go, we progress. That buzzer you can hear is to remind me that the body is up. As soon as it comes back down, it'll let me select another higher gear. There it is. It limits you to second gear with the body up. Which is quite clever, really. Quite sensible. So here we are, back down the hill, which will be a bit quicker than coming up because we don't have 40 tons of rock on the back. Here we go, this is a bit bumpy. There we are. Okay, so flat out. If in doubt, flat out, Derek. So we trundle our way round, making sure we don't hit that frigging pothole. It really does. It doesn't look much, but it really shakes the truck. And we've got a dump truck coming the other way. He's going to get to the crusher house about the same time as we're getting to the junction. So I'll give him plenty of room in case he wants to come forward and reverse back into the crusher, which he probably will because, as you'll see in a moment, the Liebherr loading shovel with the blue flashing lights on the back is currently feeding the crusher himself as well, which is just about there. You can probably make it out. The blue flashing lights. There we are. Well, he's turned off to the right, to my right. There's the Liebherr loading shovel, lovely looking machine. Absolute pile of shit, but nice looking. And here we go, down the hill again, back on full beam, because we're not going to blind anybody. And down the hill we go. We got the retarder on, so when I lift off the throttle pedal, you should hear the engine retarder kick in. That's it there. Stops you overspeeding on the downhill sections and stops the brakes from overheating. If you don't use the retarder, after about 5 or 6 runs, the brake temperatures will be coming up and you'll get all sorts of warning lights in the cab to warn you to cool everything down. So here we go, we're coming round. I've got to do a quick spin around and reverse back again down the hill, back to my excavator man, and that'll be one cycle. And that cycle, Derek, will have used 1.5 gallons of fuel, just so you know. It's only just over a mile cycle, and it will have used a gallon. So here we go. Up here. Chuck it in reverse. Got the retarder on number 1. Back it down the hill. And then somewhere in the darkness, I'm going to pick out the excavator's lights. In my mirrors only, because the camera actually reverses the image, so you can't really reverse using that. It's only really to see if there's anything in the way. This is the hardest part, actually, is reversing back towards the excavator. Trying to pick out where his bucket is. can't see until you get quite close. I'm lost. Moment. Just turn it towards him. Can't see his bucket. Very difficult. Yes, right, I've got his bucket. There we are. Very difficult to pick out the bucket in the dark. Once things brighten up, it's a lot easier and a lot more flowing to be able to pick up the excavator. And there we are, that's the next load going in. So there we are, Derek, that's one little run. Just thought I'd upload it to YouTube, especially for you, and I'll send you the link once it's done. Cheers, mate.